Hello everyone, my name is Lavanya Rajakunda and I'm here to present Stress Slicers, an IOMT-enabled device for automatic stress level detection from physical activities. Before I get into this, I would like to say a detailed version of the same is provided in the IEEE transactions and is also cited in the following paper. So for the outline of this talk, we have introduction, novel contributions, stress detection approaches, proposed stress detection approach, consumer electronic proof of concept and validation, followed by conclusions and future research. So for the introduction, let's get into Internet of Things and Internet of Medical Things. Internet of Things and Internet of Medical Things can be known as a network of devices where each device in the network is recognizable and is connected to that network. The only change from Internet of Things and Internet of Medical Things is that each device in the IOMT can be termed as a medical device which has a capability of connection of being connected to the network and is also recognizable. There are numerous applications of IoT and IOMT starting from connected health, healthcare, supply chain, wearables, smart grids, smart home, smart city, smart transportation, smart agriculture, etc. So for the research motivation, first we'll have to understand the concepts of stress and why is stress an important factor to be considered here. So the definition of stress can be known as the body's reaction to any change that requires an adjustment or response. So the reason that we have considered stress because the long-term stress of distress, that is the negative stress, have lack of energy, type 2 diabetes, mental conditions with memory problems, and a weakened immune system leading to many vulnerable infections to the inside the human body. So for the stressors of stress, which is again considered into eustress and distress, eustress being the positive stress and distress being the negative stress, there are many factors or situations which are also called as stressors which affect the amounts of stress inside the human body. Some of them are marriage, promotion, baby, lottery, friends and graduation for eustress, which is happy stress, while divorce, punishment, work tensions, financial problems coming under distress, that is negative stress. So the symptoms of stress are starting from sweating, fatigue, weight gain, difficulty in concentration, being addicted to bad habits such as alcohol consumption, gambling, and having a lot of anxiety issues, anger, confusion, chest pain, etc. Now, how to monitor stress? There is no one significant method which can be done by the user, like maintaining a log of the mood, maintaining the food consumption, or maintaining anything that the user has done to analyze the stress levels by himself. So in order to address this issue, we propose stress lysis band. So depending upon the many variables that are already considered here, so based on sensors, we have temperature, heart rate, accelerometer, and many more which contribute to analyze the stress analysis of a human body. And there are many other stressors or situations which also help the humans to analyze the stress behavior inside their body, such as serious gaming, usage of mobile phone, logical puzzles, memory tasks, mental tasks, etc. And again, on the base of computing, we have edge, fog, and cloud computing, where the computation can be performed for the better analysis of stress detection. So for the existing products which are already available in the market, which can also be like both wearables and mobile applications are provided here. So we have like MyFitnessPal and wearables which like Muse, such as Muse EEG, which help in monitoring the stress levels of the person, but they have certain issues which are like the lack of detection accuracy, lack of having multiple stressors for effective stress level analysis, and also no unified detection of the problem. And of course, they don't provide fully automated features or the fully automated systems to analyze the stress levels inside the human beings. And of course, and also they have some storage availability options, which can be a good platform for future usage. So keeping in mind with all of the existing solutions, we have stress lysis as our proposed solution, where we have the stress lysis wristband, which may or may not have the stress lysis edge device depending upon the network, which is again connected to the Wi-Fi, and the mobile application where which is provided to the user as a user interface and is again connected to the cloud just for storage purposes, but the are you stressed question will be addressed in the user interface and also in the cloud for future analysis. So the novel contributions of our research is to have a novel, accurate and rapid stress level detection system that acquires and models sensor data and detects the stress level at the user end and stores the data in the cloud. A novel real-time deep learning system for accurate stress detection from physiological activity. A novel consumer electronic proof of concept with DNN deployed on edge devices, thus contributing to the advancement of the state of the art. A novel approach that combines human body temperature, rate of motion and body sweat to accurately detect stress rapidly in contrast to existing approaches which use only a single parameter. A novel smart sensor device that uniquely quantifies the body temperature, rate of motion and body sweat for fast and accurate stress level detection is also provided. The proposed novel IOMD based architecture of stress lysis is provided here. So we have the stress lysis thing to the left, which has the temperature sensor, physical activity monitoring sensor, humidity sensor, and all the sensor data is provided to the DNN models working on the edge level devices, which have the stress level detection units. And from there we have the low, medium and high classifications of stress provided with the cloud storage timely whenever there is some detection made for future purposes. In the proposed novel system, we have design of stress lysis sensing wristband. So for that, as I have already said, we have used body temperature variability. By that we have used a temperature sensor, and then the sensor for sweat analysis. So we have used the humidity sensor to detect the sweat secretion on the palm area, because whenever the person is unusually stressed, the palms of the user might be secreting sweat and also will be cold. And the sensor of activity monitoring, the accelerometer sensor, is used to measure the step count of the person. So for the proposed ML novel approach, so we have used a DNN model, and for that we have used training and testing of the network are done using the data set of 26,000 samples. For the classification, we have this accelerometer, humidity and temperature, and the stress levels of low, medium, high is made in this table based upon the literature. Again, more information of this and the detailed analysis of the process that I have used here is provided in our IEEE transaction, and it's also cited in the following paper. So for the consumer electronic proof of concept, due to many reasons, I used Raspberry Pi to run my DNN model. So for this, I have connected temperature and humidity sensor and accelerometer sensor directly to it, where the Raspberry Pi will be monitoring the data and will be analyzing the stress levels of the person. So this is the just the proof of concept. So we have the Raspberry Pi output, and here it is again connected to the ThingSpeak IoT cloud. So as we see, there are the spikes and the changes in the temperature, humidity, accelerometer is provided, along with the stress range of the user is also provided for future analysis or the detailed analysis for whomsoever it is required. And for this validation, the average time for evaluating the stress level in the proposed framework took around 2 to 4 minutes. And the quality of resources that are used to validate the efficiency of the model depends upon the computational complexity of the model. And the most important characteristics that are used to evaluate the model are time complexity and space complexity. So for the approximate accuracy of 99% with a confidence interval of 0.007 is observed in this model. For the hardware demonstration, we have used Arduino Uno and ADXL335 accelerometer sensor, and with the SI7021 temperature and humidity sensor. So the working demo of the is provided here. So whenever there is a change in the accelerometer variation of the user, there is a significant change in the XYZ axis of the person. So this is just to represent that the flow. And now we have the actual working. So I have the temperature sensor and the accelerometer sensor connected to the Arduino, and then you can see the LCD that is displaying humidity, temperature, and the stress level that it says it's normal stress. So depending upon that, and I had to use it on myself. So So this is the data that I have obtained whenever I was using the sensors on me. So I did not deploy any large data sets here, so that is the reason I have moved to Arduino instead of Raspberry Pi. But again, with the huge data sets, the implementation is provided in the full detailed version of the same. For the research demo sessions, for the research demo part, I have just implemented the same concept on the Arduino for this. So here is the serial monitor view of the Arduino IDE that we have used using the Arduino. So you can see the stress level, also the humidity, the temperature, and the step count that we have used here. So, and this is the again implementation of the same and representing the same in the ThingSpeak cloud server. So you see the temperature sensor reading, humidity sensor reading, and step count reading, and along with the strength range available in the ThingSpeak cloud server for future purposes again. And for the conclusions and future research, we have the novel system for stress reduction that has been presented. In addition to helping the user in achieving emotional balance, the proposed stress lysis system helps in monitoring the chronic stress from earlier stages. And a deep learning system with different data sets of sample sizes of 2000, 4000 and 20,000 has been deployed in the detailed version, and out of which 67% of it is used for testing, for training, and while the 33% is used for the testing. And the accuracy from the model is obtained in the range of 98.3 to 99.7 with a loss of 1% or less. And the GUI implementation is also provided, which can later be developed as a mobile application for user interface. So for the future research, we would like to take the direction of deploying more physiological and psychological parameters, and we would like to propose variables for veterans and also to women to analyze the stress levels during post-traumatic disorder or PCOS or any other issues, and to develop smart healthcare models which incorporate various activities such as food consumption and sleeping parameters to analyze the human behaviors, and of course to integrate security and privacy features to our smart healthcare systems using any blockchain technology or any other technology to provide credibility to the system. Thank you.